everyone. So this is something new, a new series that we're going to be doing with the teen ministry at Kingdom Fellowship. So these are all not former Kingdom Fellowship people, but they're still Kingdom Fellowship people, but they've graduated, okay? And they are in college, they are doing amazing things. And so I wanted to bring them on to just give you guys some tips and to just give y'all some advice about how to thrive and exist in this season, okay? Because I know y'all are sick of hearing from me. And so I wanted to have some students that I trust, that I believe in, and that y'all probably know, give y'all some advice. So I'm gonna have them introduce themselves.
Hey guys, I'm Sayla. I'm at the University of Maryland. I am a sophomore. I'm gonna be a junior in the fall, and I am a psychology major.
Hello everyone, my name is Nia Anderson and I'm a sophomore history major from Laurel, Maryland, and I go to Spelman College.
And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. My name is Rodney Pennington. I am a junior business marketing major from Laurel, Maryland, from Morehouse College.
There we go. I was waiting on it. Yeah, okay, well, we see the shirt. Amen, amen, amen. So listen, I know I've talked to some of you guys about how this whole situation has been going for you guys. I know that some of y'all have been on campus and then had to come home. And I know that it's very different. The experience is very different. The connection is very different. And so the students, the high school students and middle school students are feeling the same way in many ways. And so wanted to hear from you guys, what has helped you get through this season? And it doesn't matter who starts, but just share a little bit about what you did and how you shifted and how you are able to kind of be successful even now.
So I stayed on campus for my freshman year. So I was on there until the spring semester, and then during that they sent us home on spring break. Then it went permanently online for the rest of that time. So from spring, like March last year till now, we've been completely online. I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult at first for me, and that's just because it was difficult for my teachers as well to kind of shift mid-semester to completely online. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been feeling like that as well. But from then, I just found that kind of creating a schedule is the best way to do it. Like, I'm working right now, I'm part of a couple of clubs, so like I get very overwhelmed very easily. So I set different tasks in the amount of things I have to get done. And then I literally just work through that day and finish all those tasks. And then after I'm done those tasks, I take a break. And that's kind of how I've been managing my time and like trying to make sure that I stay on top of everything. So that way I'm not feeling completely overwhelmed by the amount of assignments and stuff that I have to get done by the end of a week or something like that.
Oh, awesome.
I agree. I also struggled at first at the beginning of this quarantine. I was very sad that we had to like pack up all of our stuff and leave. So it was hard for me for a couple months. And then I kind of got it together once I saw that I was doing good in school. That motivated me to do better and want better for myself. So I started doing this thing every Sunday where I do like self-care Sundays. So I'll do something new, like I'll do a face mask, or I'll get my nails done, or I'll get a facial or something, just to like feel special and like good for like a short period of time. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, and for me, I'm trying to think anything that hasn't been said already. So you have planning, that's always a big thing for me. Well, not always, but it became a bigger thing. Now that I have so much free time and everything. Self-care, I didn't do it on Sundays. I would just do it whenever it came to my mind. And then other than that, I would say for me, it would be just connecting with people and just kind of sharing experiences and not to sound like an old fogey or nothing, but like just like reminiscing on like the past times every once in a while. Just like, oh, you remember when XYZ happened? That way you could, still be able to connect to what life was like before, and you could be hopeful for the future, because we will get out of this at the end of the day. But that's kind of how I kept myself up in spirits. Like everybody else was saying, it was rough at first. I have been on campus to that point 2 years, or like a year and a half or some change like that. It was leaving my sophomore year. So I had, I gotten a taste of the good life, quite the taste of the good life, I should say, being in college. But we all adjust.
Okay. So I want to stay on that connecting piece. Rodney, you mentioned the connecting piece. And I know that a lot of students, even on the last couple, and I know that you joined us for the first few, But the last couple little squad parties that we've done with the high school students and middle school students, a lot of them are feeling very lonely and very disconnected. I want to hear from you guys what you guys do to stay connected, and if you've ever been lonely, what you do in those moments. So Rodney, you spoke a little bit about reminiscing and being reminded of the good times. I don't know what an old fogey is, but you did, amen. Okay, okay. But reminiscing helps you, and that helps bring you back. But what else do you do? And then I want to hear from you ladies about what else you do to stay connected and to keep from feeling lonely or depressed, okay?
Yeah, so for me, I'm blessed to be able to still, in some degree, go out, which I know is not the case for everybody. I'm going out safely, 6 feet apart as much as possible, getting tested weekly, bi-weekly, mask on, double mask, et cetera, But beyond that, because I know some people are not able to, leave the comfort of their home for extenuating circumstances. I found comfort during that period of time when I wasn't allowed to go anywhere in FaceTime and Zoom, even though Zoom fatigue is quite the real thing. And doing my best to, when I do get the opportunity to speak with other people, to, really cherish that time with, connecting with somebody else. But kind of as like an opposite to what, we're kind of talking about, there is, there's something to be said about like the solitude that's found when you're, I guess, lonely. And I know that's not the greatest thing for people to think about, like, oh, I don't want to be lonely. But, during those times that you're by yourself and, you talk to everybody and you've exhausted all your options of getting out the house. Sometimes it is good to kind of like sit back, reflect, maybe not sit in front of the TV, maybe not play Xbox, maybe read a book, maybe just write something down. Maybe it's just, just sit down and just think about something, just finding that time within yourself to really, digest what's going on so you can become more in touch with yourself. Because I'm a firm believer that you're your best friend. I love me some me, as the famous Terrell Owens said. So why not get to know a little bit better?
So over like last semester, I actually helped one of my friends start a club. So a lot of my free time has been spent kind of like gathering people and building those connections through that way. Like Rodney, I've been blessed to be able to go out, and then I'm still working. So I'm always getting in, I already have those like interactions and stuff like that. But this semester specifically, I was able to like utilizing online resources like Zoom and joining different like online clubs and going to online events and stuff like that. I've actually been able to create new friends, which is something I didn't get to do my freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college. And I think it was just because I was really like nervous and anxious as a person during my freshman year, like going and stepping out of my comfort zone, which is wasn't something wasn't easy for me to do. But being able to like interact with people in an online environment really gave me that ability to kind of step out of that like comfort that I usually feel. So I definitely say if you're like going through something like that, there are definitely so many resources that you can do. Like I'm sure your schools have online clubs and stuff like that. Like start going to those slowly but surely, because then you'll be able to kind of create those connections outside of it. And then if you can go to like a park or something, it's starting to get really nice outside. Definitely go and have like a social distance picnic. I did that a lot with my high school friends and stuff like that. So that way you can still get those interactions and like still create those bonds and stuff that you would do if you were in person, but you can do it safely.
So just like what Rodney and Sayla said, I have been fortunate enough to get out of the house and things because I do have a job. So I've been just doing that really. I just recently took a ski trip with my best friend, and of course we took safety precautions, like we had masks and stuff, and we got tested before. So we did that because we just needed that time. We've been home with our parents for like the longest, and we needed a break. So we took that break, and that helped out a lot. But I would say if you're feeling lonely, like find a new hobby. I would say like learn how to do something new, like learn how to do nails or like hair, or like learn how to do makeup. I would say that helps a lot because it distracts you. It doesn't always fix the problem and address like why you're lonely, but it helps out a lot. I started like new TV shows. I know it's not good to like sit in front of the screen, but I started like some new shows, and that helped out a lot too, because like I got to kind of like live through them, because back in the day we didn't have to wear masks, like we just started having to wear masks. So yeah, so just picking up on some new hobbies. Like Sayla said, join a club. They have a lot of Zoom sessions and stuff online that help out a lot too if you're feeling lonely. So yeah.
Awesome. So there was something that Sayla that you said about building up someone else. You said that you helped someone start their own club, which I think is super dope. And so I think one of the things that stood out amongst all three of you is that there are pluses in this season, that there are good things that are coming out of this season. And so I love what all of you said. Again, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I don't know how long we've been on here. I should have taken out my gum, y'all. This is embarrassing. But so I do think that you guys gave some very good tips, a couple great tips, and I wrote some of them down. Starting a new hobby, helping other people, joining some clubs, finding ways to get out safely, and then again, you want to watch TV, when you can, but don't lose yourself in those opportunities. Don't lose yourself in Xbox or Among Us or any of the games. Allow yourself to disconnect and take care of yourself. And so thankful for all three of you for the great advice that you guys gave.
I did want to include the idea of like learning, like and challenging yourself, like, during like the last couple of months, investing has become like a really big thing. And I know for me, learning how to invest and learning the whole money system took some time, but it was a fun challenge and it kept me active during those times that I didn't know what to do with myself. There was a point in time where I almost wanted to learn how to cut my own hair. I didn't, but that was a challenge I could have taken up. But working out, that's a challenge for some people. But just finding different things to finding more reason for you to wake up and say, you know what, let's go get after it today. Let's go move towards this goal that I haven't moved anywhere or I have moved somewhere towards.
Oh, that's fire. Ladies, do y'all have any other tips y'all want to share? Anything?
Start a game night with your friends or your family. That was definitely something to look forward to. As much as I am tired of being in the house with my family, having a game night, my mom went and bought board games and stuff for the house so that way we could play. So that was always something nice to look forward to and kind of disconnect from being online for all day. Being online all day, I know some schools had shortened their hours, but you're still on the computer for 4 or 5 hours a day. And then if you want to still stay on the computer, there's plenty of online games you can do with your friends. I know Among Us isn't that popular, but me and my college friends, we still play it. And then we play Jackbox games too. That's really fun to play as a group. So there's definitely other activities you can do with your friends or with your family if you can work through that. They're definitely fun and they're definitely something to look forward to during a time that's so stressful.
I guess my last piece of advice would be just stay strong. This is not going to last forever. I know it may seem hard right now, but it's going to get better one day. Even if it's not tomorrow or a month later, it's still going to get better one day. So just keep your head up.
This is why I love y'all. Yes. Okay. Dope. Yes, so this has been amazing. And I do want to make sure that whoever is watching, that y'all come back next week. We're going to do another session. Hopefully all three of these amazing people will be joining us. But I love this, and I hope that whoever is watching, that you got something out of this. And I pray that each of you is staying safe and staying prayed up and staying blessed. All right, you guys. Bye.